Decoding pregnancy, the role of the yolk sac.
Hello and welcome to another episode of our Health and Wellness series. Today, we are going to be exploring a topic that can be quite mystifying: pregnancy and its early stages. More specifically, we'll discuss the role of the yolk sac in understanding the viability of a pregnancy.
What is the yolk sac?
Before we can dive into its implications, let's first understand what a yolk sac is. During early pregnancy, the yolk sac is the first anatomical structure identified within the gestational sac. As the name suggests, it provides nourishment to the embryo before the placenta is fully formed. In humans, it's a critical component in the early stages of fetal development.
Can the presence of a yolk sac confirm a viable pregnancy?
Now, to the big question. Is the presence of a yolk sac confirmation of a viable pregnancy? In general, the presence of a yolk sac is a positive sign in early pregnancy. It indicates that a pregnancy has, at least initially, started to develop properly. However, it's important to note that the presence of a yolk sac alone is not a definitive confirmation of a viable pregnancy. While the yolk sac is usually visible by the 5th week of gestation, a more conclusive indication of a viable pregnancy is the detection of a fetal heartbeat, typically visible around the 6th to 7th week of gestation. Also, in some cases, a yolk sac may be present in situations of abnormal or non-viable pregnancies such as an embryonic gestation, blighted ovum, or certain types of pregnancy loss.
What happens if a yolk sac isn't seen?
In certain cases, a yolk sac might not be seen during an early ultrasound. This could simply mean that the pregnancy is not as far along as initially thought and it's too early for the yolk sac to be visible. However, if no yolk sac is seen at a stage when it should be visible, this might suggest potential issues with the pregnancy such as a miscarriage or ectopic pregnancy. In such scenarios, your healthcare provider will likely recommend further monitoring or testing. So, to wrap things up, while the presence of a yolk sac can be an encouraging sign in early pregnancy, it's not a definitive confirmation of a viable pregnancy. It's always important to consult with your healthcare provider and follow their recommendations for monitoring early pregnancy. Remember, every pregnancy is unique, and what might be a cause for concern in one scenario might be perfectly normal in another. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope this video has shed some light on the role and significance of the yolk sac during pregnancy.